Who else could it be? Me, your man, Louie T. Welcome to lockdown coverage, week number 10, the National Football League. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Buffalo Bills in what turned out to be the most lopsided ass whooping of week number 10. And nobody saw this one coming. Not even the most hopeful and loyal New Orleans Saints fan. And this was disturbing for a number of reasons. One, because this ass whooping dished out by the Saints here, this was dominant on every single front known to mankind. This was so disrespectful off the cuff, right? So disrespectful that now we're looking at the Saints in a totally different way. See, we were looking at the Saints as a finesse team, and when they disrespect you, they pull off their little white gloves and they smack you with them in your face with their little white gloves on. Like an usher would just take their glove off and then just smack you with the glove. And you just, did this mother just slap me with his white glove? Yes. They're not doing that no more. Now they come into your house, kicking in your door, and disrespecting you in the most nasty and vicious manner known to mankind. I mean, they literally went into the Buffalo Bills house unannounced, kicked in the door, waving the 4-4, Buffalo screaming, "Don't hit me no more." Almost ran for 300 yards. Almost ran for 300 yards. They ran for 5 rushing touchdowns. Drew Brees said, "Hey, everybody's getting one. Let me get one too." Fiesta, fiesta, fiesta. Fiesta, fiesta. Woo! Fiesta, fiesta, fiesta. Everybody, it's a party. Let me get a touchdown on the ground. Hell, you got 3 Ingram. Shit, you got one too, Kamara. Let me get one, man. Shit, don't be stingy. Keep it real, partner. Give it to the needy, man. I need one too. And it's funny because everybody was laughing. I remember clear as day. Everybody was laughing when the Saints drafted Andrews Pete. Oh, you got a bum-ass tackle. Everybody was laughing when they drafted Teron Armstead in the 3rd round out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. You got a dude from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Everybody was laughing when they traded Jimmy Graham for Max Unger. You just traded away Jimmy Graham for Max Unger. You tripping. Everybody was laughing when they drafted Ryan Ramczyk with their 2nd first-round pick. What are you doing? You already got enough offensive linemen. That means Andrews Pete didn't work. Or did it? You're not laughing now when they look at their offensive line and they say, we got a young group of killers in front of Drew Brees now. A young group of studs in front of that man. From left to right, I don't think anybody's over except for Max Unger. I don't think anybody's over the age of 27. I might even take that down to 25. But I'm going to go to 27 because I think Teron Armstead might be in that 26, 27 range. But I look around, Calamete at guard, I look around that whole entire offensive line and I'm like, if they're healthy, and Teron Armstead is the mother effer that'll mess the whole thing up and get hurt. But if they're healthy, you can put them up there with Dallas. They move cats off the line of scrimmage. They move people. They got athletes. They got big guys. Andrews Pete on one of those touchdowns, he pulled around and smashed the damn safety. Put his dick in the dirt. So you think it's funny now that they running for 300 yards? They put 3 bills on the Bills' skull on the ground. You think it's funny now? Drew Brees didn't even throw for 200 yards in this game. You know why? He didn't have to. He didn't need to. He did this earlier in the season. Y'all think this is a game? When they put up 40, what they put up? 52 on the Lions? What they put up on the Lions? In that game? 45, whatever the hell they put up. Drew Brees didn't even throw for 200 in that game. You know why? They ran the football, man. These boys, they not to be played with. And you know what you can take on the road with you? You know how you can kick somebody's door in, waving the 4-4, have them on the ground screaming, don't hit me no more. You know how you can do that? By packing a run game and a defense. And oh, by the way, I didn't even mention that these boys are playing defense. That was the worst I've ever seen Buffalo look this season. They looked out of sorts. They looked lost. They were checking the football down on 3rd and 13. I mean, my God. They looked like they gave up in this game. The Saints pounded those boys into submission. They quit in the third quarter. They quit in the third quarter of this game. That's what the Saints are doing to folks now. They on an ass-whooping tour. The next stop was Buffalo. Now they're going home against the Redskins, and I'm scared. And I should be, because I just watched them go to Buffalo, which is one of the toughest places to play in all of the National Football League, a place where the Bills hadn't lost all season. I watched them go there and destroy, systematically take apart the Buffalo Bills in any manner that you want to think about. Offensively, defensively, special teams, systematically took those boys apart, disassembled them, and left the pieces scattered all over Ralph Wilson Stadium. And y'all find them, pick them shits up, and put them back together your goddamn self. This was scary. If you're in the NFC, this shit is scary. You know why? Because they can run it. They're playing defense, right? And they still got Drew Brees in their back pocket. They're not even using Drew Brees as their primary means of busting your ass no more. They don't need Drew Brees to throw for 330 to bust your ass. Excuse me. That's the scary part. He's in the back pocket. He's their ace in the hole. If the run game is tripping, we still got Drew Brees. We still got Michael Thomas, who just had 9 catches for about $150 in this game. We just got them in the back pocket just in case. Just in case. But they don't even need that right now. They don't even need that right now. They just will put the run game and the defense on your ass. I'm telling you, man, this is not your daddy's Saints. All right? Maybe it is. Maybe this is the Dome Patrol reincarnated. They're not getting pressure like the Dome Patrol. Okay? It's not Pat Swelling and company and Ricky Jackson getting after the quarterback. It's not that. But these guys are pretty ferocious defensively. And no, it's not Bobby Hebert at quarterback this time around. Okay? It's Drew Brees chilling, waiting. If you need me, I'm over here in the cut waiting. Just call me. This shit is scary, man. You should be afraid. Be very, very afraid. I thought this was the slip-up game right here. I thought this was the one. I literally thought, all right, we're going to find out what New Orleans really about. They got to go on the road. It's going to be cold. It's going to get physical, a little nasty and violent. Let me see how they handle these conditions. They look like the team that was the bully. They look like the ones that was accustomed to the elements, not the Bills. I said, oh, shit. We done created a bully. NFC South, you in trouble. Won the town. The Saints are loose. Meanwhile, if you're Buffalo, look, as disappointed as I am in this performance, I'll say this to you. I saw some things in this game that disturbed me. We're going to talk about them here in a second. I also saw some things that are promising. Charles Clay is back, okay? And you couldn't expect him to come in and just light it up in his first game back. He's going to help you. All right, so is Kelvin Benjamin, right? I saw him make some good catches in this game. I also saw the timing and rhythm off. Okay, so as he and Tyrod Taylor play together longer, they're going to develop a rapport. There was a throw in the end zone, slightly off. Okay, if Tyrod realizes this guy's 6'6", I don't have to put this in a particular spot. I'm not throwing the football to Matthews or Zay Jones or Deontay Thompson. I'm throwing this to Kelvin Benjamin. If I just throw this up where he can stop, gather, plant, and go up, who's jumping with him for this football? I don't have to throw this to a particular spot so that my guy can win. I just got to throw it up. No, seriously, throw it up. He can go get it from me. That's a touchdown. He'll learn. Sort of like what Cam Newton did a couple weeks back in Tampa, where he just threw the football up. Oh, it's man-to-man in the end zone? I'm going to just throw it up. He'll go up and get it for me. He'll learn. There was an outbreaking route that he threw just a little bit behind him. That's a timing issue. They'll get better. You got yourself a bona fide number one wide receiver now in Buffalo. Everything will start to fall into place. Now the key is you can't have the penalties. You can't have the loss of yardage. You ran a jet sweep. Who runs a jet sweep into a brick wall known as Kyle Hendrickson and lose 5 yards? Who does that? Every time I see a team run a jet sweep, they at least get 2. Most of the time, you're getting 10 or 12. They happen so fast. Who was supposed to be blocking him? Trey Hendrickson anyway. Trey Hendrickson just stepped out. Where you going? Boom, brick wall. Get your ass down. I've never seen anybody get stopped in a jet sweep this year like that. But in any event, you can't have penalties, pre-snap penalties. You can't have throwing the football backwards, having it deflected. Alex Okafor had like 19 deflections in this game. You can't have plays that put you in 2nd and 15, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 7, because your offense isn't built to overcome that right now. Maybe later on down the line you will be able to. But what I saw from a team that was the most disturbing is that when it wasn't Shady McCoy making a big play for you and you were in 3rd and long, you were doomed. You were doomed. Because 3rd and long meant I can't dump it down to Shady underneath. I can't dump it down to Tolbert underneath and have them run for a first down. I actually got to push the football down the field. And Tyrod Taylor looked scared. He looked scared. He looked terrified in the pocket. He looked like a guy that was flustered. I don't know what he was seeing down the field. I don't even know if he was looking down the field. I know on 3rd and 13, 3rd and 15, 2nd and 19, I saw a bunch of dump downs. I saw a crowd that grew very frustrated and started to boo because the team punted 5 times in a row because of downs like that, where they didn't even try to push the football down the field. They gave up and checked it down underneath, knowing damn well they weren't going to get the first down. I saw a team that offensively looked lost, that looked like they had no answer for 3rd and long. You're going to be in 3rd and long the remainder of this season. You're not going to be in 3rd and manageable all the time. You're going to have to find a way to convert 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 13. Those can be converted. I've seen teams do it. You can do it too. But not if you're going to check it down to Shady McCoy. Not if Shady McCoy is going to be 60% of your offense and the other 20 is going to be Tolbert out of the backfield. No, that's not going to happen. This offense has to become more diverse. This was one of the worst offensive game plans I've seen from the Bills. And I'll take it a step further. One of the worst offensive game plans, or at least the execution of it, that I've seen of any team this season. Because I know what this Bills team is capable of. I know that they're much more capable of 100 yards of total offense through 3 quarters. I know that. And for all of you who said, Nathan Peterman, he probably better than Tyrod. Well, you got to see him a little bit. Wasn't that impressed. Okay? So, in any event, Tyrod gives you the best opportunity to win. This is one of those games where you sweep this one under the rug and you keep it moving. All right? Hope that Tyrod's okay, because he gets hurt, your season goes to hell in the handbasket. But you got to do a better job of producing on offense. And my God, we know the defense is better than that. You created a turnover early. But after that, they did what they wanted to do. They almost ran for 300 yards. Understand what I'm saying to you. They almost ran for 300 yards. They 298 yards rushing. They had 3 Bills on your skull rushing. Where they do that at? Gotta be better, man. If you thought trading Marcel Darius because he wasn't performing at the level that you wanted him to was a good idea, and this is what we were getting because of that, you made a mistake. You made a mistake. We're going to see what happens, though. Not chalking it up to one guy being missing, but God damn it, you got to be better than this on the ground. This was pathetic. This was absolutely garbage. And if this is what you're going to do moving forward, it'll be another year without the Buffalo Bills making the playoffs. And as we've always said on this program, nobody, and I mean nobody, misses the postseason like the Buffalo Bills. You keep playing football like this, And that'll ring true yet again in 2017. And it'll be 18 straight years. The longest playoff drought in the NFL currently of missing a postseason. Let's get to the comments for this video. Saints win 47-10 in Buffalo. Doesn't even sound right saying. Bills win. Normally it's Bills win. No, Bills get their ass whooped 47-10 at home. Against the New Orleans Saints. Let's take a look at these comments. Nathan Long says, Saints, Eagles, Vikings, Rams, Panthers, Seahawks, Cowboys, Falcons, Redskins, Lions. What a stacked NFC. That's why I said it's going to be so tough in the NFC to get into playoffs because of what you just said. You just ran off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not even counting the Redskins in there, but if you want to throw the Redskins in there at 4 and 5 as a dangerous team, that's 9 dangerous teams of which only 6 can get in. All right? And you can pretty much pencil in the Saints, Eagles, Vikings, and Rams at this point as teams that are going to get in. I feel confident in saying the Eagles are going to make the playoffs, the Saints are going to make the playoffs, and the Rams. I'm not as confident in saying the Vikings are going to make it, but I'm pretty sure the Vikings are. But I wouldn't go out on a limb and say they're going to make the playoffs just yet. But the Rams are going to make it. The Saints are going to make it. The Eagles are going to make it. And I think the Seahawks are going to make it. That's 4 teams right there. The Panthers aren't too far off the pace. The Vikings are right there. The Falcons, I still believe in the Falcons. The Lions, I think they're going to end up winning the NFC North. It's ridiculous out there, man. It's ridiculous in the NFC, like I said. And Nathan Long just pretty much showed you exactly why. You got a 7-win Saints, 8-win Eagles, 7-win Vikings, 7-win Rams. Panthers can join the 7-win club tonight. Seahawks are at 6-3. Cowboys are 5-4. Falcons are 5-4. Lions are 5-4. And the Redskins are 4-5. Cloud says, the fact that Buffalo lost in this fashion at home was disgraceful. Indeed. Nathan Long says, do the Saints have the best rushing duo in the league in Ingram and Kamara? Balling? Yeah. Kamara and Ingram, to me, are exactly what I thought they would be at this point of the season. I told everyone that even though I wanted my Redskins to take Kamara, and I think we're paying for the fact that we didn't take him, now he went to the perfect place. He couldn't have went to a better place than New Orleans because Sean Payton was going to get the most out of him. And you're seeing the way that they use him in the screen game, in the passing game, as a runner. He's so dynamic, and they're doing what I expected them to be doing at this point. Nathan Long says, Andrews Pete has this habit to absolutely kill people. I've seen him knock defensive linemen on their asses many a time. I love what Andrews Pete is doing at guard. And like I said, everybody thought it was funny. Ha, ha, he, he. You drafted a first-round tackle that had to move the guard. Last time I checked, teams are doing that. The Redskins drafted Brandon Sheriff 5th overall to be a tackle, moved him to guard. He's one of the best guards in the league. Andrews Pete, not far off. So it is what it is. I mean, they've got a hell of an offensive line. And they built it from the ground up. And now they're mauling people, and no one's laughing now. Nathan Long says, your Redskins better be scared. It's going to be a good game. Oh, we're shaking. Trust me. We did not stop the run well on Sunday. The week before that, we did against the Seahawks, but not all that great. And the week before that, Ezekiel Elliott hit us for $150. So our interior of our defensive line is in shambles. We got guys on IR. We're all kinds of banged up. We're scared. Trust me. It's not going to be pretty. And you guys owe us an ass whooping anyway. If you remember what we did to you last year at home, then I'm pretty sure a lot of your players didn't forget what we did to you guys. I presume an ass whooping is coming. So it's not looking good. Eduardo O'Neill says, back-to-back weeks, we get to see ass whoopings. This game was fun to watch. Indeed it was. To an extent. It got scary after a while, though. Donald, you know how a fight at the beginning, like, kind of amped to see a fight, and then after a while, after somebody starts getting their ass whooped to the point where you're like, man, he might actually hurt that dude. Somebody need to pull him off of him. This shit is actually, it's now becoming grotesque and actually gruesome to watch. Like somebody get him before he kills that guy. That's how this game. It started out fun. Oh my God, this is crazy. They're killing them. Then you're like, oh, hey, somebody need to call off the dogs. Get Kamara, get Ingram, get them out of there. This is getting ugly. Like this 47-10. Stop. Like it's getting out of control now. It got bad for a while there. Donald Woods Jr. says, all I can say is the Bills got their asses handed to them in their own house in 40-degree weather. I don't understand why the Bills have Shady McCoy on their team. A waste of talent. Gregory Fuller says, I'm going to the Saints-Redskins next week. I think my Saints look a lot like real contenders. They do. He says, the drive was crazy when the Saints ran about 7 times and didn't throw it and still scored. That's when you're moving, folks, man. That's when you've already got the will of the other team broken, and you can do whatever you want at that point. And that was the Kamara drive, really, where they just ran it down their throats. Didn't even look to throw it. Who Dat for Life says, this Saints team is so strong in the trenches. Haven't seen this in a while. The D-line almost looks as good as the O-line. How about big Sheldon Rankins with the pick? Almost rumble. Big man rumble. Boy, he looked like a big athlete with that football, didn't he? He wanted 6 too. I felt bad for him that he couldn't. Goddamn it, block somebody. He should have got in the end zone on that one, man. Donald Woods Jr. says, I don't get what was the point of getting Benjamin on this team. This is a defensive, low offensive team. The offense will not be good. Shady McCoy is a waste of talent and money. I don't know. If you want any chance of winning, those are going to be the guys that are going to carry you. Matthew Lynch says, this Saints team is scary to every team in the NFL after this rushing performance with Drew Brees. The Saints ran the ball 24 times in a row. Josh Berman says, damn, Saints, I'm a believer now. Very, very impressed. Donald Woods Jr. says, I can say that Tyrod Taylor is a backup quarterback that should not be starting. The offensive coaching on this team sucks. Ass, man. Good luck the rest of the season, their NFL season. Donald Woods Jr. says, the New Orleans Saints are the best, one of the best NFL teams. He says they have the best offensive line right now, the best running back combination, best play caller, and Coach Sean Payton. I can't disagree with any of those statements. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. Nathan Long says they tried to call off the Dogs by putting in the third-string running back Trey Edmonds, and even he was busting their ass. I'm like, who the hell is Trey Edmonds, and why is he looking like a first-rate running back in this league? It was ridiculous. He said, even then, Edmonds bust off a 40-yard touchdown run in garbage time. Happy for the undrafted rookie, man. They tried to call off the Dogs and still couldn't. Donald Woods Jr. says, I can say that Drew Brees has more support than Tom Brady right now. Drew has the best all-around offensive team in the NFL right now. Feel very good about this offense right now, man. It looks good, too. It looks damn good right now. Indeed, man. And the Saints, if you weren't a believer before, got to be one now after this performance. This was as impressive as it gets here. I mean, to go into another team's house in Buffalo, tough to play, frigid temperatures, and bust ass on the ground and play defense the way that they did, this is as impressive a win I've seen all season. And we've seen other ass whoopings dished out this season, but this was the only game of the week between two teams with winning records coming into the game. No other game features two teams with both teams having a winning record. And that's what the Saints did to the other team in the game with a winning record in their building. Case closed. Saints get the win 47-10. Ouch, over the Bills. Win their 7th straight. I know the Eagles have won 7 straight as well, but who's playing better football than this Saints team right now? You want to argue the Eagles? I can't argue with you, but I'm going to push all my chips to the corner of the Saints right now as they get it done 47-10. For the Bills, you just got to rebound and regroup. Move on. Nothing to see here. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try to get a win next week. And I think you're playing the Chargers next week, if I'm not mistaken. You got to win that game. You got to get back on track. You lose to the Chargers, and this season is about to spiral out of control. So you don't allow one ass whooping to turn into 2 losses, if that makes sense. Wipe this one from the memory bank and go after it next week against the Chargers and see if you can't get back on to the winning track. So Bills leave the game at 5-4 with their pride in shambles. Meanwhile, the Saints continue to roll. 7th straight win, this time 47-10 on the road versus the Buffalo Bills. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here on the Louie T Network. Come back and join me as I continue to break down anything and everything in the National Football League. I've got more breakdowns. Bears and Packers, Titans and Bengals, 49ers get their first win of the season, and more, all coming your way on Lockdown Coverage. Don't you go anywhere. I got you covered here on Lockdown Coverage. I'll see you in a second.